When you're pitching your products, especially for the European market or to countries which has very comprehensive data protection laws, it comes as part of the deal that your product conforms to those compliance requirements in those countries. One of the things about data protection regimes globally is that it's important to have one in any country if you are to attract investment in this area. It's a little different from having tax laws, because the lesser tax you have, you call it a tax haven. But the more protection you afford in a jurisdiction in terms of data protection, that would be considered, in my opinion, as a data protection haven, so to speak. So when you're competing with, just leaving out the big social media players and internet companies aside, when you're pitching your products, especially for the European market or to countries which has very comprehensive data protection laws, it comes as part of the deal that your product conforms to those compliance requirements in those countries. And one of the things, especially in the European Union, insists upon is that whenever they do cross-border data trades or cross-border data processing, is the recipient should be in a jurisdiction which provides a sound level of protection. So in that sense, I think it's important when you're designing your projects or when you're pitching your projects to foreign markets, having a law in Sri Lanka, which actually enhances your image, your credibility in terms of being able to achieve these laws, because you're already in compliant with the PDPA in Sri Lanka.
In one of the World Bank and World Economic Forum articles, they're talking about the privacy laws and how it can actually help enhance companies' social economic positions. Now, one of the things which they're highlighting is most countries have a data protection law, but enforcement is weak, which means most of the discussions have been centered around the G20 countries, and probably the middle and the low-income countries have been excluded from those conversations. Now, for us, looking at it from that perspective, it gives us to get in there and have that dialogue, especially to have that cross-border dialogue. And this is in the right direction, where it will also help streamline the global tax structures.